We're go flight.
Launch control, this is Houston. We are go for launch.
30. "19 seconds to go. Give me a 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Welcome to LoveLine. LoveLine is meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised.
Well, I don't approve of it.
LoveLine, the world's therapy couch since 1984. LoveLine. Dr. Drew Pinsky, medical doctor, philosopher, philanthropist, certified addiction specialist, the king of transformational media. Mike Catherwood, a former addict, current fitness guru, the ringmaster of the psychosexual addictive personality Big Top. LoveLine. And a cavalcade of ladies who just happen to be dating, relationship, and life experts. Who are not only smart, they're pretty damn good to look at.
Tonight. LoveLine.
1-800-LOVE-191.
Yes. Get on with it.
Yeah, buddy. 1-800-LOVE-191 is the number to call us here in the Trojan Studios. From Los Angeles, California. These are on, Dr. Drew. I don't know if you're aware of that. 1-800-LOVE-191 is the number. LoveLineShow.com, the official website for this here show, where you can see a live video stream of everything going on, plus a lot of other good stuff. And tonight's the night you want to tune in to LoveLineShow.com. But we are joined by quite a fetching young lady. She is TC Conroy, life coach. WestCoastCoaching.com, the official website. TC, hello, welcome.
Hello.
Now, you seem to specialize. You are not exclusively catering to creative people in the entertainment industry, but you definitely are more geared towards people of a creative ilk. Am I right?
Yeah. It's I think I didn't set out to do that, but it really was my point of attraction that a lot of artists come to me for coaching.
And where are you from? Like, give us a little background on you as a person. How did you end up as a life coach? It seems like a very interesting, but a very odd and unique kind of path to take in your life.
It's kind of a strange transition, right? Yeah. No, I was cruising down this rock and roll highway, and I've always been the go-to person, though. I've always just kind of been that person that has given advice and had the knowingness. So it was a really easy transition for me, but I was working in the .com, and the .com did the .bomb, and the music business was like the Titanic, and everything was changing so rapidly, and I needed a new groove. Yeah. So coaching really came to me. It was really cool.
Well, I'm glad things are working out for you. You certainly have a laundry list of very satisfied customers, people that we know very well here in the LoveLine studios, and you were in the .com, which was the .bomb, Dr. Drew. Then the rock and roll industry certainly took a dive bomb, and now you're getting involved in the skyrocketing industry of radio, which has just never been better. So welcome,
Lifting off finally.
Yes.
I always get to the party right on time.
Welcome to this thriving enterprise. 1-800-LOVE-191. TC Conroy is her name. She's a life coach, joining us as special guest co-host later tonight during the open forum. We want to know your Super Bowl horror stories. The big game was yesterday, and we've talked about it. It has become practically an American holiday, and people who are just even casual drinkers tend to really knock them back on Super Bowl Sunday.
Not only that, men behave like idiots.
Yeah.
Women get mad at their spouses and their partners. There's a lot of stuff that creates a lot of conflict on that day.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of boneheadedry around professional sports in this country. None more so than the NFL. It is douchebag steroids on Sundays when it's like you see guys knock back a couple beers and watch NFL football. Something about it just the armchair tough guy comes out in every guy.
But Super Bowl is the day.
It's extreme. Every guy with man boobs and a pot belly puts on a jersey like a dick bag.
So we want to hear about it.
Yes, and
it turns into OJ.
Yes.
But now I heard, and I don't know about if this statistic is real or not, but I heard that Super Bowl Sunday is the #1 day for domestic violence.
I've not seen that data, but I've heard lots of data about alcohol consumption, so that makes sense.
Yeah, it would add up.
Yeah.
Anderson and a couple days ago when we were tossing around the subject, we're mentioning that they had seen a study that it is like the #1 day for domestic abuse. All right, so there you go. Like we said, douchebaggery steroids. Super Bowl horror stories. We want to hear yours later tonight. Right now, your calls on anything. Sam, please start us off. What's up?
Hey guys, long time listener. I've been listening for like a bunch of years now.
Thank you, buddy.
Well, a couple weeks ago, I went on vacation with my girlfriend. We've been in a relationship for like 3 to 4 years, and we went to Pismo Beach, which is like middle California.
Yes.
And we stayed in a hotel. And when I went down to the beach, she stayed back and was on my laptop for like.
People call from all over the globe.
Yeah.
Name random places as if we're supposed to know, Dr. Drew. Guy goes to Pismo. He's like, by the way, that's
it's one place we do know.
About 40 miles north, like a little above Santa Barbara. Just in case you're aware. But the guy in Shanghai, he doesn't seem to mind.
I'm sure it's that beach, that hotel at the beach at Shell Beach. I'm sure it's the one.
Sam, all right, go ahead.
Well, she was on my laptop for like hours at a time. So one day I went for a swim and came back up. And as I put my key into the door, I opened the door, and she was on Skype with someone. And I heard, I gotta go. And she like just closed my laptop.
What?
And I was like, who is that? And she's just like, oh, it's a friend from school. We're studying right now. And I was like, okay. And so we finished the vacation. We came back down to L.A., and I hooked my laptop into my room, and it turns out she left her Facebook logged onto my laptop.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
And so I was a bad boy, and I did a little bit of snooping.
No. I support you fully on this one.
Why is that a
she
bad
left
boy?
you logged on your computer. That's all systems go.
Yeah. Well, so I logged onto her, or I went onto her Facebook, and I did a little bit of snooping. And turns out she's been in a relationship with this guy for like over 3 to 4 months now.
What do you mean a relationship?
Well, they're calling each other baby, and a bunch of I love yous are getting passed around and stuff like that.
Wow,
And
so you're out of there. You are out of there.
Yeah, I know. I told her we got to break up, and she was like, "Oh, why?" And I was like, I didn't know how to bring it up with her, so I just said, "I don't like you anymore." And then so she was like, "Okay." Now she's like riding my butt like every single day, asking if I'll take her back, and I just, how do I bring up to her like that? I know that. Do I just come straight up with her and tell her like, I went on your Facebook, or what?
I don't understand why you have to be so coy about that, do you? I mean, for God's
I
sakes.
agree. Like, what are you trying? What's your goal here, Sam?
I'm sorry?
What's your goal here?
Well, I just want to know like how to bring it up with her, and
Why? Just don't get in a relationship with her.
If you need to bring it up to get rid of her, it's, hey, I know you're with somebody else. I've seen it.
Well, she's the kind of girl that'll turn it on me and get like.
What do you
Hey,
care?
then-
You're not married.
You're not with her.
She's not your boss.
If she turns it on you, then it's like, that's none of your damn business. That's why I'm out of here. You're the one that's misbehaving. How I know it doesn't effing matter. Got it?
All right.
All right.
Yeah, I got it.
All right. Good
You
luck.
can do better.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right, good luck.
Thank you, dude. Paul, thank you for calling LoveLine. What's up, buddy?
Hi, how you guys doing? First time listener, first time calling in.
Thank you, Paul. Say hello to TC Conroy joining us tonight.
Hey, Paul, how are you?
Doing well. How are you today, Stacey?
Good, thanks.
Good. You guys help me out on my drive every night home for an hour from work, so I got a question for you.
Okay.
I've been dating this girl for about a month now, and we've only gone about 5 or 6 dates. But I'm 25, she's 28, and recently she told me over dinner that she was molested when she was a kid from her stepdad between the ages of 7 to 12, and I kind of went right around that statement and didn't really know how to talk about that or even bring it up with her again. And so I'm not sure what you guys think is the best way to bring it up, or if I should just wait for her to bring it up to me.
Hey, Paul, why do you think that she told you?
I think she's getting very comfortable with me. She was engaged at one point for 6 years, and she said her ex-fiance wasn't very open.
Wait, Paul. I'm sorry to interrupt you. She was engaged for 6 years, or she dated this guy for 6 years and then subsequently got engaged?
Not entirely clear, but I know she said she was engaged for 6 years.
Okay.
That was just a very strange series of thoughts you had, my friend.
Okay.
TZ asked
why do you suppose she told you?
Why do you suppose what was her motivation to tell you? And you launched into something about a 6-year engagement.
Oh, I was just throwing that up there, that maybe she was comfortable with me enough. She told me that she hasn't told too many people that.
That's not the motivation. That's the circumstance. What motivated her to bring that up?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Well, I think you're right, Paul. She's feeling closer to you, and she's feeling safe enough to communicate that with you.
So should I not bring it up until she's ready to talk about it again? It's kind of a delicate situation for me. I've never dealt with this before.
Okay, you probably have, but just don't know it. Number one.
Okay.
Number two, it is exceedingly common. Number three, do not walk on eggshells. It's none of your. It's not. It's you're not going to solve the problem for her. It's just part of who she is, and you've got to say, hey, great, I accept you for that, or I don't, because she may be trying to blow this thing up. By the way, that's another possibility here. The whole engagement for 6 years and with a guy that wasn't open to this, that's bizarre. But look, it's part of her history. She's hopefully okay and able to tolerate intimacy. If she hasn't had treatment for that trauma, you're in for a ride.
She has gone to therapy for it, but my question about it is really, I'm not really walking on eggshells, and this is not some person I'm rushing to get into a serious relationship with, but I really like her. But her issue is she seems to have a defeatist type of personality at this point. Like, I guess I deserve this, and you know, I shouldn't buy things for me. And
She needs to be treated, my friend. She's not been treated. Okay?
yeah.
She needs treatment. And that's not. You're not going to fix her. You can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
She's had really serious trauma. I don't know what she's up to, sort of, you know, what she's trying to reenact here, but make sure she gets proper support and proper care. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
All right, dude, thank you for the call, Paul. TC Conroy is a life coach, and she's a good one at that. She joins us tonight as our special guest co-host. Her website, westcoastcoaching.com. Later tonight, we want to ask you about your Super Bowl horror stories. Do you have any? I'm sure you do. We want to hear some good, some bad, the dark, the funny, the Super Bowl horror
There's
stories.
got to be funny stories. There's got to
there
be.
has to be.
Some nacho mishaps. Just saying.
It's not Joe mishap.
Dr. Drew, nacho mishaps. That was pretty solid. I got your back on that. Yeah, so tell us your nacho mishaps and all the other good things that happened during your Super Bowl horror story. That is the open forum topic. 1-800-LOVE-191 is the number. I'm glad we have a beautiful woman in the studio tonight because we're going to talk to a man straight ahead who wants to spice up his love life with his wife of over a decade. Oh, yeah, that's next on LoveLine.
This is LoveLine. We're not here to cure anybody, but we can get you pointed in the right direction.
LoveLine.
LoveLine. We'll be back with more people fixing right after this. LoveLine.
You're a very charming guy. You kind of
not really.
I do. I'm being sincere. You do not strike me as what one would typically think of as a big music star, modern music star. You're very charming. You're very very approachable.
Far too nice.
Do you feel like that has at all caused problems for you? Like, because you don't have like this edgy image as a guy. You look like a guy I could like pal out with and like maybe.
I think that speaks more. You know, there's a lot of cliches in music.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you should just be yourself. And
I think he's trying to seduce you.
I'm trying to seduce. Well, that goes without saying. That goes without saying.
I think that's what's happening. Mike, be careful.
With the British accent, it's really like it's very bipolar. You're either like sound like someone who's going to rob you, or you sound like someone who's very smart.
Where do I fit into that?
You are far from the rob me.
That's
yes.
great to hear.
I always think of like the guys you in front of Harrods who are like doing the card tricks that are going to rob you. You know, like chuck it in me, dumper, mate. But you sound like a very very stately.
Most guys doing card tricks aren't Cockneys.
They aren't.
No, very rarely.
Wait, what are the other kind of like? I hate to
Classifications.
I hate to make pass judgment. What are the kind of the lower class accents in British in the British world?
That's not cool, man.
It's not. Okay.
It's not cool.
Well, it's like us Americans, we always think of Cockney as like the kind of the white trash of Britain.
I'm technically a Cockney. Just
how is that?
Because I'm from East London.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then how come you sound like you teach at Oxford?
Because I don't know. I just my parents didn't speak in a rough and coarse way, so I kind of grew up. I've still got a London accent to an extent. I feel like I now have to prove a point and really,
No, you've already proved a point that you're far better than I. No, honestly, I'm a huge fan. Thank you so much for taking the time out to talk to us. Appreciate it, dude.
LoveLine.
Dr. Drew, do any of my antics on air count?
For
same-sex experimentation.
When you flirt with your friend via Twitter?
No, when I have their genitals
when you have-
in my body somewhere.
Yeah, when you had oral sex with
lightning essentially. Yeah.
That'd be experimentation.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's a job.
It was for
it's a job.
and
it's
it was
a
for
little closer to prostitution.
You
than
as a man, as a
experimentation.
doctor, should understand. It was for surgery.
I was gonna say it's a little closer to prostitution than
See,
experimentation.
I'm lost here, but perhaps you can fill me in.
I performed a vasectomy live on air on my friend and colleague.
Oh my goodness.
And in preparation, I had to prepare the area, and I didn't wear gloves, and I had his area, the surgery area, in my hands, and then decided to embarrass him. And never mind. 1-800-LOVE-191 is the number.
You see this tea bag?
Oh.
Okay.
Makes you special. Mark.
Drew's on fire.
LoveLine.
Hey, Kenny.
Hi.
Oh, you're loud, Kenny.
Sorry.
So you're calling from Canada.
Yep.
Kenny duh.
And what is
Kenny
your call
duh.
about? What do you want to talk to the guys about, Mike and Drew about?
My question is, I have had not had sex for over 3 years.
It's painful.
I was engaged.
Can you talk louder, please?
Lost her to a drunk driver.
Oh, Jesus.
And I haven't had sex for 3 years. I'm happily in a relationship right now. I promised her that I would wait till we got married before having sex, but we both have the urge of wanting sex. Is that completely normal?
Tyler, take it over.
Oh, no!
Well, he hung up on us.
Yeah, TC Conroy joins us here tonight on LoveLine. She is a life coach, and you can read about her in many publications, including LA Weekly, New York Times, Vogue Japan, WestCoastCoaching.com, the official website of our special guest co-host this evening. Derek, what's up?
Oh, how are you guys doing?
We're fine.
We're good. What's up?
Yeah, hey, I've been married for close to 10 years now. My wife and I have a solid marriage. But, you know, it just seems like it's been kind of stagnant. Like, you know, for example, we both work full-time. I'm going to school at night. We have 3 kids.
Oh, my God!
Jesus, Derek. Wow. That's not stagnant. That's just exhausting.
Yeah, we are very, very busy, and it just seems like, you know, we don't have any time for anything really.
So you got
to
wait, hold on, everybody. Derek, it doesn't seem that way. You don't have any time for anything, really.
Well, I need to know how to make some time, I guess.
Yeah. TC?
Yeah, I've bought my wife cards. I've bought her flowers. I've done little things here and there for her, and she appreciates it, and I know she appreciates it.
Buy her a hotel room.
Yeah, buy her a babysitter.
And a babysitter, exactly.
Yeah, hotel room and a babysitter. Well, that's why I was calling in, because I wanted some suggestions on what I can do to get out of this normal everyday routine.
What do you think?
Well, yeah, I mean, you have to switch it up. You have to freshen it up. It's interesting. I was listening to the show last night about, you know, having your sex life change when you move in together.
Right.
And one of the guests was talking about grabbing a quickie in the closet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
it was Oliver.
If you guys aren't set up for something like that, I mean, it's definitely surprise her. You know, surprise her with a hotel room and the flowers and the card, and romance her. Take her away.
And if you try the quickie, say Oliver Hudson said it's the way to go.
Exactly. Yeah, give it to Oliver.
Okay. Well, thank you guys.
But really, put it as a
John
priority.
Travolta, by the way, grabbing quickies in the closet his whole life. Thank you. Thank you. I will be sued later on this evening. Yeah, Derek, look, I mean, all kidding aside, TC brings up a good point. As much effort as you guys put into the work and the school and obviously being parents, it's going to just have to take that level of effort, if not more, to find the time to even make it a quickie. I mean, you're not 19-year-old single, single like dating people anymore. You're parents and you're working full time and going to school. So it's just like, it might not be luxurious long-term gangbang action. It's going to be like a quickie in the closet.
But or you can schedule it out as well and have Thursday date night or something
You got to
like
do that, Derek. You got to do it regularly too. TC is absolutely right.
So more regular going out and leaving the kids with a babysitter.
Absolutely, yeah. But
You got to prioritize that.
I have not hit that point in my life yet, Derek. But Drew and certainly Oliver last night. We can just call it Quickie in the Closet the Hudson from here on out. You have to kind of take that almost premeditated approach. Am I right, Drew? I mean, it has to become something where it's like, look, Thursday night, 8:00. It's on.
You need to put as much effort into that relationship as you're putting into the parenting and the school and the work and everything else. It's a priority.
Absolutely.
Right, there you go, dude. Gloria, Gloria.
Yeah.
I'm a really big fan. Thank you, guys.
We're a fan of you, Gloria.
Oh, so basically, long story short, my ex and I broke up for the last time, right around New Year's, because we spent New Year's together. And
Gloria, real quick, when you say for the last time, there had been other kind of off and on situations with this guy?
Oh, yes.
Okay. How many?
Yeah,
Just
that's what I
ballpark.
wanted to know. How many times?
that was probably about the 5th time.
Ooh.
Okay. All right.
In like a 6-month period.
Oh my God!
Okay. So who was clinging to whom?
I thought you were going to say 6 years.
Yeah. Who was insisting on coming back? Who was clinging, begging, whatever? Clinging to whom?
It was pretty like back and forth the first 3 times, and then the last 2 times were me. I just had had enough.
No, not who was leaving. Who was clinging so much that you kept going back?
Well, I guess me in the beginning, and then now I can't get further away.
Can't get far enough away.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So my question is basically, this is somebody that I really loved and trusted.
Nope.
And now he has created this fake account on Facebook. Like before, he was messaging me back and forth. I had to block different accounts that he kept changing. And
hey,
the last message he sent me.
Pardon me again for interrupting. Let's just get one thing clear. You may be confused. You may be in lust. You may have strong feelings for this young man. You are far from in love. No one who loves you and no one that you love, by all practical definitions of the word, would be in a relationship with someone for a little under 6 months and be off and on for 5 times.
I know, right?
And then sending you these messages with the fake accounts. I don't even want to know what the message said. TC, are you with me on this one? I mean, like, when it comes to love, this is not love. This is two wacky people who are addicted to each other.
Yes. And everybody, you want to see how that plays out? Go watch the Jodi Arias trial.
Oh.
That's where that goes.
You get shanked, fool.
Yeah, no doubt. But my question is, so the last message he sent me was, and this is somebody that's had had their share of problems, and he was a lot older than me, and so he now has private pictures that we took together.
Oh boy!
I knew the plot was going to thicken.
Hey, are they sexual?
Compromising?
Oh yes.
Hey, if he's putting those up without your permission, you sue him.
Call Facebook.
I'm not kidding, Gloria. This is. There's no other approach you need to take. That is so.
I reported it to Facebook that it didn't have my authorization.
I posted them.
Right. Go ahead. And.
Oh, just that's as far as.
No. I'm saying.
Get an attorney.
Legal action. That is so unbelievably inappropriate. That is so far above and beyond. No matter how things went in your relationship, and it sounds like it was turbulent at best. That's really damaging to you, and he has no right to treat you like that. And you should definitely take legal action.
Okay.
And you need that anyway. You need a restraining order. I mean, this guy is potentially dangerous. This is not behavior of somebody who is dealing.
And one last question, do you feel like I should let it get a little more worse so I have more evidence, or do you feel like I should just...
No. You have to take care of yourself. You have to take care of yourself in the here and now.
Yeah. So just immediately.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's a part of you that wants to protect this guy or excuse his behavior or something, and you need to take care of yourself.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
I'm just, and TC, tell me what you think about this. And I don't mean this from a chauvinistic standpoint. I'm just pointing out the reality of it. That this, for a young lady, you're 25 years old, you're a girl, it's just, this stuff can get so much more damaging for a girl than it can for a guy.
Yeah.
You know, the kind of like online slander, the pictures and everything. I mean, Gloria, this could really F you up.
We're not going around more about this. We're really clear what you got to do.
Yeah,
you got to do it.
He doesn't care about you.
No.
All right. GLORIA. David, hello. Thank you for calling LoveLine.
That's good. I like it.
Thanks.
Hello, guys, and thank you for having me. I love what you guys do. I'm a huge fan.
I love what you do, David.
Thank you. My question and where I need help is I'm looking for new ways to communicate with my wife and how I feel we should discipline our children. We've been married for 4 years. I have a daughter who's about to turn 4, a son who's about to turn 2, and I'm a stronger discipliner.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Meaning I'm okay with spankings. I think that's fine.
Okay, well that's
when necessary.
Okay, well that's please pick up some parenting books. Please. Because there simply is no parenting professional on earth that recommends that. Because there's always better ways of, quote, disciplining children. And whatever, the word discipline, what does that even mean with a 2-year-old?
Yeah, I mean, you're just going to bring shame on them.
Well, it shatters the upper limits of their brain's ability to tolerate their relationship with you. And it will have lifelong consequences. Now, I'm not saying smacking them in the butt every once in a while is going to harm a child. I'm not saying that. I'm saying discipline with a capital D. You're talking about aggression, acting out aggression on a child. That is simply
no. I'm saying the occasional when it's necessary. I need to grab your attention because what you're doing is wrong, and that's
it has to running out on the street. Then that's fine.
Okay.
But if it's because you're crying and you're making a tantrum, absolutely, completely the wrong way to go. There is so much good information out there about how to shape children's behavior in a positive way, in such a way that you won't do any damage and you won't have so much trouble. I mean, there's lots of good books out there on that.
And it sounds like if you participate on that level, you get on the same page with your wife too. That'll make her happy as well.
Well, my greater question is even when I go to using just timeouts, you need to go sit in your corner and have a timeout. What you're doing is wrong. My wife will jump in and start telling me that I'm being too strong.
Yeah, you don't use aggression. You cannot be involved in it at all. It's not about you. It's like, we're going on timeout. That's it. Just going.
Well, but what if...
we're going on timeout.
Right.
Don't
but
ever do that.
What if David's wife...
Don't be scary.
And I'm just, kind of arguing for his...
What if she
playing
can't
his
do
attorney.
it?
What if she's just overly sensitive?
Get
what if David's just trying to be reasonable?
We used a book called Timeout for Toddlers. Just use that technique. Do not be aggressive. Do not have any emotion when you deliver a timeout.
Okay.
It's just a matter of fact.
The best course of action for David is to get him and his wife on the same page with this book.
There's better ways out there than timeouts these days, too. So get up to date with what the current thinking is on how to shape behavior and do it. And just read about it, learn about it, consult people about it. If you have a bunch of kids, it's hard. It is hard.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks they're little loving nuggets.
No, they suck.
No, they ain't. They're very difficult.
They suck very much.
Yeah.
As Louis C.K. said, he loves his children more than anything. He loves them so much, he loves other things because of them, and he plots their murder every day of his life. 1-800-LOVE-191 is the number here in the Trojan Studios. If you have a question, call us up. Dr. Drew is here for you, as well as... I just had a stroke. As well am I. Also, we are joined by a very smart young lady. She is TC Conroy, LA's life coach for creative professionals. Her website is... That's a tongue twister, though. Cut me some slack.
It is.
Her website is westcoastcoaching.com. 1-800-LOVE-191. Remember, later tonight, during the open forum, Super Bowl horror stories. That is going to be our open forum. And I said horror, not whore. If you ordered a bunch of horrors for your Super Bowl party, that's not necessarily what we want to hear about, but it could qualify.
Not necessarily.
It could qualify if it went wrong. Straight ahead.
Yeah.
I have to
TC
tell you
wants
something.
it.
Yeah,
I want to hear about it. TC, I have to tell you, I was very damaged by dancing. Dancing damaged my psyche, from my experience on Dancing with the Stars, because I was so bad. I was voted off first. We're going to talk to someone straight ahead who was damaged by dancing, but in a very different way. That's next on LoveLine.
Brought to you by the makers of Trojan brand condoms. With so many stimulating products, all triple tested for quality, it's no wonder Trojan is America's #1 most trusted condom brand.
helping people get unscrewed up for 30 years. Dr. Drew is the best.
No lecturing, no sermonizing.
LoveLine will be right back.
Come with me inside the machine and I'll show you.
Let's all try to like look on the bright side and be happy about this and hope that Anita's last name is Dick.
Why is that good?
Don't get
She
it.
just said I need a dick. Simone just said I need a dick. She said
That's going to make her smile.
She said I need a dick.
Tay.
There you go, Anita, if you're still listening.
Tay.
Yes.
What
It
up?
doesn't work when she speaks the Queen's English. She says, Anita.
Say it again. I say it. What's her name, Simone?
Anita Dick.
Tay, go ahead.
Tay,
Yes.
go ahead.
Okay. So I recently went out with this guy on Saturday, actually Sunday, and he seemed like he was really into me. Like he was trying to, he hugged me and he tried to kiss me, but I didn't kiss him because he has a girlfriend, and he told me he's tried to break up with her, but she doesn't really get the message. And my friends are just telling me to wait, but I don't like just waiting around for a guy, so I don't know really what to do.
You're 23?
Yes.
You're not 13?
No. No, I know.
All right.
Either wait or don't wait.
Yeah.
I think the thing is, Tay, I think any women listening will have had a guy that would have said that they,
Yeah, you don't
like
believe
you.
him. Oh
Yeah.
no. If you find out for sure, you verify that he actually has left his girlfriend, then you go date him. But in the meantime, you should not even have any time
Stay
with that guy.
clear.
Stay clear of him.
Because you'll always be that girl in the middle.
Yeah. Oh, I hate waiting though. Oh.
We didn't say
No one
wait. We
said
said
that.
don't wait.
Okay.
So get on with it, because if it comes around, this guy does leave his girlfriend, fine. But that's going to be a while down the line.
Yeah, find a new guy.
You sound delightful, Tay.
Here we go. We're taking a break.
1-800-LOVE. 191 is the number. Tay?
You missed. You blew it.
I was going to ask her out.
Oh,
she
yeah.
seemed right for me. She seemed like my type of girl.
For Spitfire, Spit Grill, Spit.
Yeah, oh, yeah. She's good. Me and Corano, spit roaster. 1-800-LOVE.
Now, I would like to say that I would never use that language in the UK because it is crass.
You're the one that taught it.
No,
to
I
us.
didn't. Oh,
Yes,
but
you did.
To Mike, not to you, Dr.
But
Drew.
you brought it up. You
But
taught
he
it to us. I never heard of it before.
You know, Simone bien. Actually,
Gene Simmons.
It was right. It's true.
Yeah.
Klaus von Bülow and I.
Is that where you got the term? What do you call it?
Puntisserie.
Puntisserie? Is it was a
That's right. It was a
Spitfire?
We
Whatever.
did the spit roast on
Spit
Edie
roast?
Brickell in 1988. Right there. Klaus von Bülow and I. 1-800-LOVE. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. There's so many, I drive a black Cadillac is my daily driver. And there's so many songs, especially country songs about like guys who drive Cadillacs. You think guys who drive Lamborghinis just bump this song all the time? This is their Lamborghini tune? Yeah. Look at me in my Lambo. Oh, yeah. Lambo! 1-800-LOVE-191 is the number. We're joined by a lovely young lady, Miss T.C. Conroy, a life coach. She is our special guest co-host this evening. Sarah, hello.
Hi.
Hello, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Hello. So I'm 21 years old, and I have a question regarding sexual harassment.
And what do you mean by sexual harassment?
I mean, sorry, I'm a little bit nervous.
Okay.
It's okay.
I've been to dance for about 2-3 years. It's just like a volunteer kind of part-time thing that I do. And our dance teacher is a married, single guy over like 40, married guy over 40, 50 years old with 2 kids. And we usually hang out with the dance group, but not professionally as well. We go out and we hang out. And one time he got really drunk and he cornered me and he started like touching me and groping my boobs and leaning me against the wall, and I didn't know how to stop him. It kept like increasing as the night went on, and then his son and this other guy broke us apart.
Wow.
And I don't know how to approach it. I don't know if anybody else knows. No one really said anything to him or did anything about it. I don't know if I should tell anyone or if it's...
Is there a supervisor that you could go to?
No, it's not like it's his own dance place, and you just go and you perform.
I think you better... How about your parents? Your dad?
I can't. No.
Why? Why not?
It's not something that they would resort into, like, helping me. They'll be really, really mad at him. And
Yeah, they should be.
Yeah, wait.
Sarah,
And what's
you
the
don't-
downside of them being mad at this guy who harassed... He sexually assaulted you, by the way. It's
Yeah,
not sexual
he broke
harassment.
the law. This is sexual. That's a violent assault.
I wouldn't want it to be handled by the parents and him personally, like, alone. I don't. He was really drunk, and I would even assume he doesn't recall what happened. That's how drunk he was.
Okay, time out. Sarah,
let's
here's
just-
where I step in.
Hang on.
I understand you want to avoid friction, and I understand you just kind of want to make this go away. I get that. But no one's been more drunk than I have been in my life. I could detail the Paris Poo story. I've lost days of my life from drugs and alcohol.
He's been thrown out of restaurants flying like a bird.
Large bouncers make me fly. Yeah, if you made me fly, okay, like an aeroplane. And never once did I randomly grab a young girl's boobs and when she didn't want it, and in an unprovoked fashion. Never once. And it's really not an excuse. Just because he's so drunk he couldn't remember. And by the way, if he's a father in his 50s and he's hanging out with 21-year-olds getting so drunk he doesn't remember, that's bad enough.
Yeah, it's problem on problem.
So, Sarah, number one, you are never to be alone with this guy under any circumstance. If you're not willing to do what you need to do, let's set some ground rules. You never are alone with him. You never are around him when he drinks, even with other people around. You find some people to tell so they can keep an eye on this guy.
Okay.
And because if he's doing it to you, he's likely doing it to others. A quick question. Were you sexually abused growing up when you were a kid?
No.
Did you have physical abuse growing up?
No.
Okay. So he's not like he selected you out as a good victim. He's probably spreading his love around, and this guy needs to be taken down. This guy needs to be...
To Chinatown.
Yeah. And maybe you don't want to be the one to do it. I get that. You want to stay out of trouble. Fine. Our recommendation would be... get out of there and don't be around this guy. But if you have to be around, don't be around him alone. I would tell any authority figure you can or feel comfortable telling, and anyone else you can get to keep an eye on this guy.
Okay.
Yeah, and if he comes at you again, you have to protect yourself and defend yourself.
Yeah, you need like a mace.
At that point, I didn't know how to, like, if it was a stranger, I would have totally, like, kicked him or something, but since I knew him, my thought process was just like, is this really happening? Is this happening?
Okay,
He knows
Sarah,
me.
next time you do, you kick him where it counts. You do whatever you got to do. Fight him off.
Okay.
You really should call the cops is what you should do. I know you're not willing to, but that's what you should do. That's how serious this is. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Okay.
Good luck, Sarah. Thank you for the call. Let's see. Kevin, hello. Thank you for calling LoveLine.
Hi, guys. Hi, TT. Nice
Hey, Kevin.
to talk to you guys.
What up?
I got a problem. I mean, my fiance, she says that I'm too into my body, and I don't know how to go about that. I don't know if it's a bad thing or if it's a good thing.
Well,
And,
give us some kind of insight into just how into your body you are.
All right. Well, I mean, I used to be a fat body, And then I went off into the military and came out like a stud. So now it's all about my body that I focus on. Like, I still focus on her. I give her all her happiness and everything, and also to my son. But every chance I get, I try to hit the gym. And she says that she catches me glancing at my body through a mirror sometimes, once in a while, but I don't notice this. And so she once told me, she brought it up to me, that she thinks that I'm too into myself, into my body, a little too much.
Okay.
And, I mean, I don't know if
there are worse things. There are
Yeah.
worse things, Kevin. She may just be giving you ass for some reason.
Well,
too.
and I mean, there's really a fine line.
Yeah,
because
I mean-
if you're so absorbed in your appearance that it's actually detracting from your ability to create intimacy, then we have a serious problem. But I have to really kind of tread lightly here because I am a guy with terrible body image issues. But at the same time, I also, you have things of a physical nature, different martial arts, weightlifting, things like that, rock climbing. They've actually, they've been my saviors. I mean, devoting myself into something like that where I can really kind of push the envelope in a physical sense is the only way I can get by. It's truly been a savior for me. So if that's what, especially you've already mentioned that you were overweight, you've now found salvation through creating a body that you appreciate through, I'm sure, a lot of hard work. I don't know that there's necessarily a downside there.
Well, I mean, there is exercise bulimia.
Right.
And we don't know if he has anything. Just keep an eye on it. That's all. And you don't take someone's grief from your girlfriend. She should be happy that you're taking care of yourself.
Now, can I play devil's advocate here?
Yeah.
If he was very much into fantasy football and he was spending a couple hours a day doing it, he's like, I'm sorry, honey.
Yep.
I do love you, but I have to leave for 2 hours tonight when we're going to cuddle because I'm going to go play fantasy football. We would be like, dude, sometimes you got to make sacrifices for your wife. And if it's 7 o'clock at night and he's getting home from work and he goes and spends 2 hours every single day at the gym and not with his
Is
wife.
that what you're doing?
I'm just throwing it out there. Isn't that in a way kind of just as damaging?
Not as much, but similar.
Yeah, but that's not, I mean, is she complaining that you're at the gym too much, or is she complaining that you're just too into yourself?
I mean, it's just that I'm too into myself because I only come into town to visit just for the weekends, usually.
Is that because of work or because you guys are having a problem in your relationship?
Because I'm at work.
Oh, okay.
I'm based up in Camp Pendleton.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay.
So I come down for the weekend, and then usually in the night, I get Friday night around 8, and I'll put on my running shoes, head out for a run, come back, and then, spend the rest of the night with her. And Saturday morning around midday, I head out to the gym, and then devote my rest of my time at the house with her, or taking them out to the park or anything like that.
So what's the complaint, though? Is she saying you shouldn't be working out on the weekends when you're with her?
Well, she says that I should rest my body just because I stress it throughout the whole week. But I also try to, pursue my image of fitness. And that's when she says that I'm too into my body.
All right. I feel like there's no happy place until you can kind of just talk to her and let her know how important it is to you. It's above and beyond your six-pack that this is something that really kind of makes you tick. You got to really let her know that, dude.
Okay.
All right, brother. 1-800-LOVE-191. And thank you so much for your service, Kevin. 1-800-LOVE-191 is the number. Your Super Bowl horror stories. That is what we're asking for during the open forum. We know you have them. Everybody gets just S-faced during the Super Bowl, and you're eating terrible food, and you're around a lot of people, and there's a lot of adrenaline from the game, and you go berserk.
A lot of nacho mishaps.
Nacho mishaps.
Missteps. Mishaps.
Nachos.
It's nacho misstep.
Highlights and horrors. And plus, Destiny's Child reunion.
Oh, I
How
know.
can you contain yourself? All right.
They were on LoveLine a long time ago.
I know they were.
Yeah.
You know how I remember? Because as a listener, Anderson told her, you can't play this song.
They
I
sang
can't
it.
even say it,
Then
but
they sang it.
it was their pockets on swole, and he thought they said something else.
Oh.
I'll never forget that. All right, there we go. 1-800-LOVE-191 is the number. TC Conroy joins us. She is a life coach and our special guest co-host this evening. Straight ahead, A young lady believes she's found the perfect guy, TC, but there's just this one little problem.
I can't wait to hear what it is.
Well, you can find out what I'm talking about straight ahead on LoveLine.
I'm sorry, that number is no longer in service. You'll have to find a new boyfriend.
LoveLine's coming back.
T.C. Conroy. T.C. Conroy.
Big fan of the black Cadillac, Mike.
Thanks.
Big
Thanks.
fan.
I appreciate it. I thought you were going to say big fan of black something else. I was about to get really excited because I, too, am a fan of that. 1-800-LOVE-191. TC is a life coach, a very good one, a highly sought-after one here in Los Angeles. And her website is westcoastcoaching.com. She is our special guest co-host this evening. And I looked her up on their Twitter. She is at TC Conroy, no periods, no nothing. That is your official Twitter. Good. Okay, I didn't want to know if it was some imposter. It's almost time for the open forum, by the way. Super Bowl horror stories. If you have any, please do call us up. Sandra, what's happening?
Hi, guys.
Hey.
So I just started dating a guy. He's 28, sheriff's deputy, has basically his own place, the full package.
Wait, time out. How do you basically have your own place?
Huh?
How do you basically have your own place?
No, he has his own place.
All right, then just efficiency in language here.
He hasn't done anything to me. I mean, has never, flirted with another girl, looked at another girl when we were out, but I just don't seem to be able to trust the guy. I am finding anything that I can to dislike him and just push him away.
Why?
I don't know. And it's upsetting me. My girlfriend even made, fake Facebook and started flirting with him, and he's, not interested. I'm talking to another girl. It's not right to her. So I don't know how to stop this and just, let it be and start trusting the guy, especially when he hasn't done anything.
What are you afraid of?
I don't know. That's the thing. I think I'm also, because I'm planning to head to the Navy, and I don't really want to get serious with anyone and then, be affected by me worrying if, he or I are going to, be unfaithful.
Who's going to the Navy?
I am.
When?
I haven't signed yet, but I plan to leave in October.
Okay. So is that why you're sort of circumspect about this?
No, because to me, I would want to have somebody here if I,
Okay. All right, slow down. Do you have any trauma history or abandonment or issues that would make you have difficulty with closeness and trust?
I mean, just the past guys that I've dated, they're just worthless almost. They've wasted my time. They've done, I don't know. It's just been really bad.
Can I ask a weird question?
Go for it.
Is your father in military or law enforcement?
Not even close.
Where is your biological father?
He's around. He's just around. He's with my mom. They're still together. I mean, they're not
So you had no major abandonments growing up?
Not exactly abandonment. I mean, I think just that they always fought. I mean, my parents were always fighting.
So relationships maybe were dangerous places for you? Didn't look happy. Well, you certainly picked crappy relationships all along. Of course, you went for those. Now that you have a good guy, you're going to sabotage that one. Interesting, huh?
Yeah.
It could be something very little. Tell me what you think, TC. I mean, maybe you're just 21 and you.
She goes for the a-holes.
But maybe just
she had no problem with that.
Up to this point, she's 21. She's only been exposed to boys. And, now she's got a guy who's really got his ass together.
And it's scary.
Yeah,
it's just such a whole different... It's like the first time you always hear about the guys, even though they were blue chip players in college, their first NBA game, they're like, oh my God, I had no idea. I mean, it's so fast, it's so intense. Maybe it's just the way it is for a girl when you finally meet a man.
Well, no, I mean, I think that it's you're going to have to show up at a different level than you've had to show up in the past. And I think that's what you're struggling with, Sandra. I mean, the person that you need to trust the most in this relationship is you.
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't need to happen. I don't know. I feel like I don't want to pursue this relationship with the guy, even though he's being the best guy, just because I'm afraid that, he's just going to turn around and do something stupid, and I'm already waiting for it. I'm already waiting for him to, I don't know, just...
Hey, Sandra, if you go through life like this, it's going to be a very unhappy ride. Very unhappy.
Yeah.
If you go through life predicting the future based on the expectations of bad outcome, fine. You might as well just go live in a hole right now.
Well, you'll create loads of bad outcomes for yourself.
Yeah.
All right, Sandra. There you go. Sorry we couldn't give you more exact answers, but there you go.
Kevin, she wouldn't take any.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I think we were pretty exact.
Yeah.
Kevin, hello.
How's it going, guys?
What up, buddy?
So I have an interesting situation that I need some advice on. I've been dating this girl for about 3 months. I'm prior service. I was in the Army. I have PTSD. It's under control until I get really stressed, and then I just start having flashbacks. And recently lost my job, so I've been kind of stressed out.
I'm sorry to hear that, dude.
What kind of work?
Sales.
Sales, okay.
So, been really stressed out, started having the flashbacks, and it just, my girlfriend isn't really supportive. She wants me to talk about it. I've tried to talk to her about it, and all I get is like, oh, well, you were protecting the country. And then she just changes the subject and makes everything about her. It's now getting to the point to where she's saying this is too early in our relationship for this to happen. She says that she loves me. The way that I'm looking at it is, if she loved me, she would be able to be there for me.
I got to agree.
So I don't know how to handle it. I don't know if I should just cut ties. I mean, I love the girl.
Yeah, hold on now. TC, I'd like to get your input. Let's get a little more info. How long you been dating?
About 3 months.
Okay, so it's very new, a relationship.
Yeah.
You don't have any like kids or anything outside like we need to know about?
No, not at all.
And have you asked her, Kevin, like what you're saying, you know, she may be a little bit uncomfortable with the topic herself. And sometimes when people are uncomfortable, they'll shy away from something, not knowing how to deal with it. Have you told her that you need to be heard or that you need to talk through it with her?
Yeah. She's asked, like, because I go to therapy for this, and she's like, okay, well, what does your therapist say? And my therapist has actually recommended that I talk to somebody who's close to me when I'm not in therapy.
Why don't you bring her into a therapy session?
Yeah.
I have.
And?
She turned it around to, basically she started talking to the therapist about her, and then the therapist, we basically ran out of time.
I got to say, Kevin, I mean, this girl's, I'm going to assume, is probably just off the charts hot. And, you know.
Why he's putting up with
Well,
that?
yeah, because you're clearly a guy who's got his S together. I mean, you're a veteran at a very young age. You've already served, and you've come back, and you've been taking measures to treat your
manage
PTSD.
your treatment, yeah.
I mean, you're not a dumb guy. You're a responsible guy, and the number one thing that can make responsible, smart, sharp dudes go bonkers is hot poon.
How old is the girl?
28.
28.
Yeah, but you guys are only 3 months in and you're having communication problems.
Yeah, and I told her why. Because at first I didn't really want to talk to her about it. I mean, there's some stuff that happened that people kind of get judgmental about, and I kind of feel like she got that way, and that's why she kind of pushed it off. But then she asks what's going on. She tries to dig a little bit, and then as soon as I tell her, she changes the subject. So
maybe we need to know what you're talking about, this judgmental piece.
There's a lot of kids in Iraq.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And she starts blaming you for that?
It kind of seems that way. She hasn't came out and straight up said that.
Hey, Kevin, can I ask you another question?
Go ahead.
What about other topics? Like, does she turn all of that around to herself? Is she just a narcissist, or is it just this one topic?
Pretty much everything. She'll ask how my day went, and then I'll tell. I get 30 seconds, and then straight up.
Yeah, I think we're all coming to the same conclusion.
It
Kevin.
may not be something that can be changed.
You're a guy who has experienced and seen a lot more than most 23-year-old men. And you're in a very tenuous situation, psychologically and emotionally. And a girl who's going to try to turn everything around to be about her is probably not very healthy for you right now. Just my take on it, dude. And you have certainly earned the right to make your own decisions.
Talk to your therapist. See what she says about it. Not us. We don't know. She's met.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, the therapist has met her. Yeah, she's seen her.
And again, PTSD can make you distort a lot of stuff. So just do some reality testing in there in therapy, okay?
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you guys' help.
All right.
Good luck, Kevin.
Good luck.
We appreciate you, dude. Thank you so much. It's time for the open forum, people. 1-800-LOVE-191. If you had a Super Bowl horror story, if you, at any of the past Super Bowls, just had things go terribly wrong, you have a funny, interesting, or disastrous story to tell us, we want to hear about it right now during the open forum. Joining us as special guest co-host is a very smart young lady. She is a life coach here in Los Angeles. She is TC Conroy. Oh, yeah. Head him up, Conroy. 1-800-LOVE-191. Super Bowl horror stories right now on LoveLine.
time for you to give us your opinions and insight.
Mother has old-fashioned ideas.
Well, I don't approve of it. Here's tonight's open forum.
It's LoveLine. Super Bowl horror stories right now. That is our open forum topic. Let's get right into it. We all know you have them, so call us up. 1-800-LOVE-191. Athena, what's happening?
Hi. So a few years back, I was at a big Super Bowl party, lots of people there. I ended up sitting in some cake, so it kind of looked like I pooped my pants.
Okay, what color were your pants?
They were blue, so...
Brown cake.
What color was the cake?
Chocolate cake. Chocolate cake up on your ass.
So as I was in the bathroom cleaning off my pants as much as I could, the team won. I was the only one in the house who was going against everyone as a joke. They pulled me out of the bathroom and threw me in the pool.
This was last year or this year?
A couple years back, I think when Green Bay Steelers were playing.
Did you
say the Steelers?
Steelers. Did you stop going to Super Bowl parties after that, or did you go again?
No, I went.
Okay.
I just want to know if the pool was heated or not. I mean,
Ooh.
it's January or February. They're throwing you in the pool.
Oh, no, it was definitely cold. I was the only one who was in the pool.
Oh, God. All right, good story. Well done.
Wow.
Good one to start with.
Jeez Louise. Marty, tell us your Super Bowl horror story.
Dude, I was back in junior high. It was an absolute nightmare for me because I was like the only one in school that missed Janet Jackson's wardrobe malfunction.
Yes.
Yeah, and it sucked so bad, man.
You were okay, so you're like 12 and you got a chance to see a boob and you didn't.
It was the end of his life
I
for
know,
4
right?
years.
I was so disappointed in myself.
A pierced boob,
That's a horror
too.
story.
That would have been, had it been 1982, I could understand that being a horror
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
But with the access these
Yeah.
kids
It's
have
called
these
it's
days-
called YouTube, dude.
Oh, Jesus.
YouTube. It's called YouJizz. Go to YouJizz. Go to RedTube. It would have been all over. Jason, hello. Jason? Jason!
Oh, God.
Jason's a liar.
Jason
anyway.
couldn't get through it.
Let's see here. How about Jake? Jake, hello. Tell us your Super Bowl horror stories.
Hi. Big fan of the show. Love Jedi Drew. Love Psycho Mike. I love the other guests that I'm not too familiar with. Anyways, so this happened yesterday. I'm at a Super Bowl party. There's Jello shots going out. I'm serving them out, and there's a can of whipped cream. And so I asked a girl who I'm not familiar with. My friend was trying to have sex with her that night. I say, "Do you want whipped cream on your Jello shot?" She says, "I don't like whipped cream on my alcohol." I say, "I don't like whipped cream at all, actually. Just small talk, no big deal." My girlfriend is standing right behind me, by the way.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And she goes, "You don't like whipped cream, but whipped cream is so fun." And I go, "Oh, okay, that's cool." Anyways, so I hand her the Jello shot. She goes, she says, you literally wouldn't want to whipped cream off of my ass?"
Oh.
I say, "No, I wouldn't want to do that." And to be honest, I find that wildly inappropriate. Meanwhile, I turn around, I look at my girlfriend, and she's getting heated up, fired up, and she just starts yelling at this girl, calling her out on all kinds of stuff. None of us are really familiar with this girl, really. She's just kind of there, you know. She's just kind of like some girl is like, "Oh, come to my Super Bowl party," you know, blah blah blah. And so you know, my girlfriend's yelling at her. The girl's yelling back because she's obviously drunk. The girl gets asked to leave. Okay, so she leaves the party and she hops in her car real quick. On her way out, she scrapes a BMW. She was driving like a 2002 Honda Civic or something like that.
Yeah.
She scrapes a really nice new BMW that's my buddy's neighbor. And at that point, we're just freaking out. We're, "Oh my God, like what's gonna happen? What's going on? Oh God, oh God, oh God!" And you know, and my girlfriend's still mad at me. That's pretty much the story. My girlfriend's still mad at me, like I did something wrong, but I did my best to.
I like the cat fight that breaks out just because this guy's talked to a drunk girl.
The whipped cream cat fight.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, whipped cream cat fight. I'd rent that.
I like the yarns this guy weaves, too.
Yeah. Jake was an excitable fellow. TC Conroy joins us as special guest co-host. We're in the middle of the open forum. We want to know your Super Bowl horror stories. Angela?
Yes.
Angela, please remember you're on the radio. Don't cuss.
Okay, I'll try not to.
No, don't try. Just don't cuss.
Does she cuss?
Okay,
Is she a normal caller?
No, but I'm being told Angela's a real loose cannon.
Pistol.
How do you know, Mike?
Okay, so maybe I'm still a little pissed off about it because it just happened this last Super Bowl.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had just broken up with my boyfriend. I started dating this guy, and suddenly we're exclusive, which is beyond me how fast it happened. And I roll with him to a Super Bowl party. Well, we roll up there. All of a sudden, his ex-girlfriend comes running out from the party and says she just slept with him 2 nights ago. So I never even got to see the Super Bowl at all. I had to come home and cry my way home and watch the Super Bowl by myself.
How do you know
I'm
that
like,
she was
that's-
speaking the truth? Maybe she was just effing with the guy.
Oh, yeah, because girls just do that.
Yes.
Yes, they do. We just heard a story of that kind of thing.
Oh, well.
What did he do?
What did he do?
Yeah.
He went back into the party.
But no, he did. Like he didn't talk to you. Like what? He just.
No, he bounced out.
Wait. It's not funny. So she comes out and goes, I just slept with this guy, and you go, oh, really? I'm out of here? And that's it?
And he went back to the party.
I called because my friend was at the party, so I called her.
Do you understand this is confusing? Because
Yes.
a, if you will, normal person would go, what's she talking about? It's not funny. It's not funny at all. Why didn't you ask him if there was any truth to what she was saying?
Well, now he's saying, of course, there's no truth to it.
Were you drunk when this happened?
I was not drunk at all.
Are you drunk now?
I wish I would. Yes, I am.
Okay, I feel alcohol.
Explains a lot. Yeah.
I just feel alcohol weaving its magic. All the usual cues are like, huh, what?
Dr. Julie, let me do a little Angela for you.
Yeah.
Give me just the most gruesome part of the Arias case, real quick.
Sheila chopped the guy's head.
Oh, serious. Oh, whatever. CJ, hello. Thank you for calling LoveLine.
Basically, she nearly cut us out.
Yesterday when we were watching the Super Bowl, my girlfriend is a bartender at a bar, so I was up at the bar watching it, and I hear this obnoxious dude ask if he can motorboat her.
Oh.
I feel the need to defend her honor, and who stands up in my face? But it's Knobs from the Nasty Boys.
Who's that?
Who's this? Yes, please.
Remember the Nasty Boys, the tag team champions back from the 90s, really big with Hogan?
No. Dr. Drew's a doctor, and I was smoking crack.
Who remembers the 90s?
This guy was a professional wrestler. I mean, this guy used to, for a job, he used to get hit in the head with
if he was a professional wrestler at that level, he's a bad dude. I mean, he's a big, probably a giant man and not someone you want to mess with. Yeah.
Yeah, yes, he is a huge man.
So
yeah,
wait, so this happened, I'm assuming,
my girlfriend.
so I'm assuming this happened somewhere on the border of the 909 and Orange County.
No, man, this was in Clearwater, Florida.
Clearwater.
Oh, even better. Even better. Yeah.
Of course.
All right, so you're in Florida. Your girlfriend's a bartender at a bar. It is Super Bowl yesterday, so the bar's probably packed and on and popping. You wisely you can kill two birds with one stone, watch the game, have a drink, and you get to be with your girlfriend. And this monster of a man asks to motorboat your lady.
Precisely.
Okay.
Nice.
So you step up. What do you say?
I essentially, not appropriate for the radio, but I let him know exactly what I think of him.
Okay.
And all I see essentially was his bleach blonde mullet. You know what I mean? So immediately I just wanted to start tearing into this guy, and I did. You know what I mean? I'm not a small dude myself. I'm 6'4", 260 pounds.
Oh,
so I'm a big
damn.
guy.
Yeah, big boy.
So what happened? What happened?
We exchanged words, but I'm in my girlfriend's bar. There's not much that I could do. I essentially, after I knew who he was about to say, "Oh no, you go ahead and motorboat her, my man."
Mullet and all.
Oh my God.
Well,
can I get a picture or autograph when you're done?
Oh no.
All right. Well, thank you, CJ. That doesn't make for a good Super Bowl. 1-800-LOVE-191. TC Conroy is our special guest host, and we're talking about Super Bowl horror stories. If you had a Super Bowl go wrong, or you had some crazy story during the Super Bowl, we need to hear about it right now. James, tell us your Super Bowl horror story.
Oh man, it was ridiculous. How you guys doing?
What up?
Oh man, I'm good. So yesterday during the blackout, I got a little discouraged. So I go to the corner store, for a little beer run, and on the way I see this guy coming at me, and I can tell he's about to ask me for something. I thought he was going to ask for change. He comes up on me and he says, "Hey guy, can you help me out?" I'm like, "Sure, bud. What do you need?" And as he claws in my jacket, he goes, "Can you give me some crack?" So I hit that fool right in his mouth, laid him out in the street, and then here comes the store owner. He walks out. He's like, "What's going on? This and this." And I was like, oh, this guy is over here in my neighborhood trying to score drugs. So I knocked him out. And he's like, well, I got to call the police and this and this. And the cops showed up. They were going to take us both to jail. But I told him what was going on. And, he saw my side of the story. Let me go. Told homie to get out of the way. They actually put him in the car and drove him away. I don't know if he went to jail. But, yeah, they got him out of the neighborhood. And that kind of ruined the rest of the Super Bowl for me.
Yeah, it bums out the Super Bowl when you have to take someone
said
down.
bum. She said bum.
I live in Marina Del Rey. It's a pretty nice neighborhood. And you don't expect somebody to come along asking for crack.
Well, James, let me tell you something. And this is probably not making much sense to people around the country, but it makes a lot of sense to me. Marina Del Rey, very nice. You know what it borders? Venice, California.
Oh, there it is.
Venice, California. Lots of crack cocaine there.
He asked for crack, and you gave him a crack.
Yes, you did.
1-800. You can't abuse the homeless guys.
No.
Just because they ask you for something.
You can just sock someone in the face.
No, you can't do that.
No, that's wrong and illegal.
Yeah.
But 1-800-LOVE-191 is the number. Yeah, I mean, I don't know where to go with
I
that.
like the way he's like, hey, they're going to arrest me. Yeah, that's what they should have done. That's what should have happened.
Blocked him.
Super Bowl horror stories. What are they? We all know. Yeah, we've heard some humdingers so far. TC Conroy joins us. We want to hear your Super Bowl horror stories. Listen, people get drunk. People do wacky stuff because there's this big game on, and guys dress up in plastic suits and smash each other. So other guys watch this and then go crazy. So let's hear about how people went crazy at your Super Bowl party. Super Bowl horror stories. We all know you have them. Dial us up now. 1-800-LOVE-191's the number. It's LoveLine. Take your romance to a whole new level with Masked Sexual Flavors. Buy online today at sexualflavors.com.
Don't worry. LoveLine will return right after these words of wisdom.
You mean more advertising? Yes.
LoveLine.
Well, I just read what I read on the screen why you're calling.
This is our boy.
This is amazing and great.
Wait. Tell me, what is it?
For sure. You want me to tell you?
Yes, go!
All right, man. Well, dude, you know how colleges, they got them beauty schools, dude, where you go get haircuts for free?
Yes, I do know that.
Yeah.
Dude, well, you know how they got them, you put
Just say what your problem is.
around your neck, girls start touching.
Yeah, we know how haircuts work.
Yeah. Well, dude, f***ing.
Come on. I knew that was coming too. I knew it. You could just sense it in his.
Whenever the guy gets a haircut, he gets a boner.
And I play with myself.
Oh,
in the chair?
That's not as cool as I thought it
Yeah,
was.
dude, I don't know, man. They touch your neck.
Okay, tell me, Jake, speak English. You beat off in the chair when you're getting the haircut, or
because he has a cape on.
Or do you beat off like as
he thinks he's a superhero?
Do you beat off like when?
I've only been kicked out twice. Like I think.
Oh, then don't even worry about it.
Yeah, dude.
You have a four beat off public beat off limit.
How come they didn't?
No judge is going to care about two.
Why didn't they arrest you?
I don't know, man. I didn't think that you'd get in trouble.
I thought he just got boners, and I was like, "This is a great."
All I wanted to tell you guys, dude, was you should try it. I listened to your show, and I was just thinking you might want to.
Yeah, but my barber's a guy.
Yeah, mine too.
I don't know why I said that like Norm. Hey, my barber's a guy.
And Jay and Dr. Drew have beautiful wives. I don't think they really need to like.
Well, Dr. Drew and I, we go to the same barber and masturbate while he shaves and cuts our hair. Oh, what the H? Oh my God.
LoveLine.
I'm a boob guy. I love sex, but vaginas have just never done it for me. Turn me on. I can, go down on my girl, but I just didn't know if that was normal or not.
The vagina is where you use your penis. It's not a place guys look to like get turned on.
Use your penis.
Well, I got friends who like love going down on girls and stuff like that, and I just I don't.
Yeah, but that's because they like what it does for the girls. They don't like the vagina part.
No, I have to disagree with that, Dr. Drew.
Since my earliest memories of being a sexual being, that's all I've cared about.
I mean, I like it. I love it. I want some more of it, but I don't really look to it to turn me on.
Yeah, I do.
You really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if a chick had a hot body, you would look immediately. Like if she got naked, you'd look down to her.
Yeah, I
badge.
actually say people go, "You're a bum or a boobs guy," and I say I'm a vagina guy.
So you need perfectly coiffed labia.
That's my field of interest.
But what? Okay, what if a chick has an ugly badge?
Well, I haven't seen one.
Really? What about Britney Spears? I think she has a big, nasty vagina, big puffy lips, looks like Homer Simpson's mouth.
I'm sure she has a beautiful vagina.
It looks like an In-N-Out. Are you a big fan of In-N-Out Burger when you're here in L.A.?
I don't know what that means.
Well, Britney Spears' vagina looks like an In-N-Out Burger. It has that very similar.
So now if someone says, "Do you like In-N-Out burgers?" I can say, "Well, I like Britney Spears."
It's LoveLine. Oh, 1-800-LOVE-191 is the number. Are you self-conscious of your genitalia? I am. That is the open forum for you tomorrow night. It should be very fun. TC Conroy is going to join us again tomorrow night. She's here tonight as our special guest co-host. She is a life coach. And right now we're talking about Super Bowl horror stories. All right? If you have any Super Bowl horror stories to talk about, dial us up at 1-800-LOVE-191. Katie, hello.
Hi.
What's happening?
Okay. So last night's Super Bowl, or yesterday's Super Bowl, I worked through the whole thing at a restaurant and serving drunk people who are obnoxious. And when I get home from work, I am surrounded by a bunch of drunk, obnoxious people.
That's great how that works, isn't it? It's great.
They all want to go out to eat, of course, and since I'm the sober person, I get to drive them all.
To join the other drunk, obnoxious people. Good, okay.
Yeah. I don't realize how drunk my husband is.
Uh-oh.
And we pull up, and we're right next to a really nice Corvette, and I say, "Don't hit that car when you open the door."
Oh.
He's not very careful, kind of like a bull in a china shop.
Yeah.
He doesn't hit the car. He's great, but when he didn't like my comment, so he spits on the car. I'm like, that's the cool thing to do.
Corvette guy did?
No.
No,
Her husband.
Yeah.
My husband.
Is
So-
this the part where he gets beat up?
No, nobody saw it, which was awesome. And we go inside, and it just gets better. A friend of ours drops their beer everywhere, and, just that kind of whole thing that I went through the whole day at work. Like, thanks a lot. Now I feel like a huge, jerk for being part of that group. And right when we're about to leave, my husband thinks it's a great idea to pull his shirt up and wear it like a halter top.
Yeah.
And he's a big guy. He's got a nice big belly. And
I gotta say, Katie, your husband sounds like a real prize.
Yeah,
I gotta say,
but again, he's sort of living up to the expectation of every Super Bowl douche. So go ahead.
Yeah, that's kind of how it was. And he wasn't a fan of either team, so he didn't care. And he was just there to be, the embarrassment of my day. Okay. I felt like a mom saying, "If you don't stop this, we're going to march right out to the car and go home."
Yeah, this is women's role in life so many times. Taming men. It's awesome. Well done.
Yeah. All right, thanks.
Okay.
Oh, man. Rodney?
Yes.
All right.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Doing all right. Hi.
Hey, you guys are great, man. I've listened to you guys for years. But anyway, this is going to be tomorrow. Last year, I bet for the 49ers to go to the Super Bowl, okay? And they went to the Super Bowl. But the bookie said they had to lose, okay? So they lost. Well, I got $2,000 out of that. I got the marker. And I bet for the Baltimore to win by 3. Well, they won. Go get this. Go figure this. My wife couldn't believe it. Now, I went to go get my markers. go get this. My wallet's gone. I'm in my room. I got a man's room. I'm tearing it apart right now as we speak, trying to find my wallet, find my markers, to go get my $2,500.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, huh? Yeah, and I could not sleep. I haven't slept. My heart's going 100 miles an hour. I mean, I'm just freaking out. That's one of the worst times of my life because I've always bet, but I haven't bet all year. And I just wanted to. This is the perfect time to bet.
Are they? Are these things in your wallet? Do you think?
Yes, they are in my wallet.
Uh-oh, and you just lost your wallet.
My wallet's gone.
Yep, that is a horror story.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rodney, good delivery.
Didn't know what a marker was myself. I did not know what he was talking about.
I don't know what anything. He used like nothing but inside terms.
Yeah.
He won and he lost.
Yeah.
I just
Fernando.
imagine him in the infield at Santa Anita.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm thinking of OTB in like Philly, just like sitting there with a cup of coffee and a meth straw in his nose. Fernando, hello.
Yeah, hi. I want to talk about the Raider game many moons ago, 10-plus years ago, I'm guessing.
You're talking about the Raiders Super Bowl game?
Yes.
That was the last time Baltimore was in the Super Bowl. Am I correct?
I don't know.
I believe they were beaten by the Ravens. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't follow sports. I don't have a clue as to. I know the difference between a touchdown and a goal, but that's about it.
All right.
But my brothers, they were getting together, a bunch of nephews, family. Nobody was drinking, but we were all together, and they were all Raiders. And I'm, hooray, I'm for the other team. So I picked the other team. And I don't know if you guys remember it or not, but in the last quarter, there were 3 touchdowns made by the other team, and they whooped Raider butt completely. My brothers, each time they, Raiders score, they do the high fives, the butt chesting, that kind of thing, and the in your face to me. But then when I started doing it to them, I mean, I got really stupid and started doing it. I don't follow sports, I don't care, but I made myself look like a jerk, and they got all pissed off, and I was in your face and doing high fives and butt chest in the air to myself because I was the only one. I was against all of them.
Butt chesting myself.
My
Dude.
brother ended up getting all pissed off at the end. He walked up and walked away and never came back. One of my nephews was, Uncle, calm down. It's like, no, they made it personal and they attacked me, so I attacked them. And because of that, I don't get invited to any Super Bowl games. I call them, oh, no, we're not getting together. Oh, no, this year we're not getting together.
You don't screw with the Raider fans.
Yeah,
He
I was about to
doesn't
say,
know
shocking that there's some turbulence in a Raider family.
Yeah, I'm just saying, because he didn't follow sports, he didn't know what he was messing with.
And who would have guessed that a guy named Fernando has Raider fans in his family?
Shocking.
Hey, dog, don't mess with the Raiders, fool. Hey, Andrew, tell us about your Super Bowl horror stories.
All right. Well,
all right.
How are you guys doing tonight?
Good.
All right. Well, this was last year's Super Bowl, and my wife's younger brother and about 5 of his buddies, and then one of my wife's friends were over. So there was like 6 guys and 2 girls that were there, and we had a bunch of beer. And about halfway through the third quarter, we were all floppy drunk, and it was my brother-in-law's bright idea that all of us end up having a hairiest ass competition.
This
is good. Yeah, this is warming up.
So we were all lined up in front of the TV and the 2 girls sitting on the couch, and they're like, okay, on 3, you guys are going to drop them.
Oh.
And so all of us were barely standing up, and then they count to 3, and we pull down our pants, and half the guys are bending backwards trying to see the other ones, just seeing if they got it. And you know what? I gotta say, I did not. I never want to see that many hairy asses again.
Hairy ass competition? What? Like
Who won?
Don't ask.
Who won?
Actually, it was my brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Which is really funny because he's got like no hair anywhere else.
Oh yeah, he's one of those centaurs.
Yeah, it's like me.
Yeah.
I have
Corolla had like
I have the ass hawk.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, like my ass hair it's not even on my cheeks. It's in like the crack.
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
It's like an ass hawk.
Yeah.
Hey, Keith.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
What up? Tell us about your Super Bowl horror stories.
At a backyard barbecue, I'm pulling for the Ravens yesterday. My girlfriend's sitting at the other end of this rickety wooden table. Right after the 49ers, the 49ers scored their second touchdown in 2.5 minutes. I was pissed, so I slammed my hands down on the table, Well, one of the wood planks pops up.
Oh, no.
One of my girlfriend's beers on it. The beer bottle slams her in the tooth, shatters her tooth.
Oh.
Had to run her to an emergency dentist. Didn't see the rest of the game.
Okay, well, that's a bad story. That's nasty.
Do you still have a girlfriend?
She was a very, very angry girlfriend.
Oh, yeah, reasonably.
All right. Thank you so much, Keith. TC Conroy, life coach, joins us as special guest co-host, and we're talking about Super Bowl horror stories. Carrie, hello.
Oh.
Oh.
Hi.
Hi,
Carrie.
So my horror story was for the Bears game about 6 years ago, and I am from Illinois, so I'm a huge Bears fan. And we watched the game at my boyfriend's good friend, we'll just say John, just so we don't get names mixed up here. And John had a very jealous girlfriend who felt like he was cheating on her. And when she drank, she had a habit of like pinning you in a corner. Pinning me in a corner and asking me lots of questions. So I ended up missing the entire game because she literally locked me in the bathroom. She pinned me in, stood in front of the door, and just quizzed me and asked me 100 questions because she really felt like I knew that he was cheating, and I did not.
Wow.
And I missed the whole game, and it was terrible to be stuck in the bathroom.
3 hours in the bathroom? You couldn't, like...
Do you have any cocaine? Because that's the only good reason to spend 3 hours in a bathroom.
You couldn't bum rush her?
3 hours? Really?
I wasn't in there that long, but I missed I missed halftime. I missed the rest of the game.
Wow. That's still a good amount of time.
So almost 2 hours.
Well, yeah, and then my boyfriend's in trouble because I warned him. I said, don't let her pin me because she always does this to me. And he just left me in there. So he was in big trouble, too.
All right. Well, thank you, Carrie. Let's finish off with Ashley. I'm being told that the Raiders actually lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So
that year.
Yeah, it was the Gruden years. I think when Gruden won with the Bucks. Ashley, hello.
Hello. All right. So this was last year. One of my clients always invites us over to her house. So we decided we'd go over for Super Bowl, and we got there, and I had no idea what it was going to be like. All of our friends were there, and as soon as we walked in, we started smelling this weird smell, and we couldn't pinpoint it. So we started watching the game, and then this dog runs by. He's got mange on his butt, and it's like seeping, and he's rubbing up against everybody.
Ooh.
Smelly. And then they've got kids that are just running all over the place, screaming right in front of the TV. My husband's getting pissed because he couldn't watch the game because these kids are dancing in front of the TV. Meanwhile, our hostess is in her room hungover from the night before, not coming out, not doing anything but sleeping. And the dog, to top it off, jumps up on the table, grabs some of the food and starts eating the food, and nobody's doing anything.
This is not a good story.
Yeah, that's the worst white trash party ever.
Can we cleanse my palate with one more, or are we just...
No, we're done. We don't have any more. 1-800-LOVE-191.
TC's got one.
No, I don't have one because I just think that the Super Bowl Sunday is the best day to go to Magic Mountain.
Ooh, or
It's not a
Disneyland
bad
or something.
idea.
Good idea. Yeah.
You know?
I had a very exclusive Super Bowl party yesterday. I threw
Just
one.
you and...
It was Bianca and I.
Yeah, that's nice.
And a gaggle of doggies. 1-800-LOVE-191. Are you self-conscious of your genitalia? I am. I feel very self-conscious that it's too small. I'm being told by my wife that it's not. But she's a liar.
Did she last night admonish you for...
She was not happy.
Bringing that up?
She was not happy that I brought up my small penis.
Oh.
Or at least what I perceive to be a small penis, because she thinks
it's perfect.
No, she thinks it it shines poorly on her that she's married a guy with a small wiener, and she says you need to go around telling.
That's funny.
I agree. 1-800-LOVE-191. TC Conroy joins us. She is a life coach. She's a good one at that, and we want to know: are you self-conscious of your genitalia? That's tomorrow night on the open forum. Coming up now, your calls regarding anything you want to run by TC or Dr. Drew, and the open mic. That's all next on LoveLine.
Sometimes celebs like to help out too.
Hi, I'm John Ferguson Moore. People call me Jay. Hey, this is Wayne Brady.
Cheech and Chong.
This is Rob Schneider.
Hey, I'm Lisa Lampanelli.
This is Jeff Probst. It's Joe Gordon-Levitt.
Hey, this is Katy Perry.
Hello, my name is Johnny Knoxville.
This is D.L. Hughley, and I'm on LoveLine.
Get it while it's hot.
LoveLine. LoveLine's coming right back after this stuff.
LA's life coach for creative professionals. She is TC Conroy, and she is our special guest co-host this evening. It is LoveLine, my friends, 1-800-LOVE-191. If you'd like to get in touch with TC, go to westcoastcoaching.com. Hello, Dave. Hello, Dave.
Hey, how you doing?
Yes, Dave.
What's up, Dave? Let's go.
How's it going?
Good.
So I had a question. I've been seeing this girl for about a year and a half, almost 2 years now. I don't get that much affection from her, and I feel like I'm just being used. Lately, she claims that she had, got raped when she was young, so it's hard for her to give affection.
What is she using you for?
Money. She just seems to come over. Now she just comes over to want to get money, so she's got a bunch of kids. Yet I don't see her that often, and yet she claims we're in this relationship. I feel like I'm just being worked because I don't. Honestly, I see her when she wants money, and then I see her when she runs out of money, and that's really not a relationship. I'm just wondering why. I mean, should I just break up with her and call it off?
Well, I suppose the easiest way to test this is to not give her money next time she asks for money.
Good thinking.
And if she freaks out on you, you have your answer, and then you should break it off.
Right. She that's the thing. She has before. I've tried to do this, and then she freaks out, and I don't understand why I crumble so much, because I really do care for her, and I don't get the affection that I want, and then I get frustrated because I rarely get any affection
Hey,
at all.
Dave, you're just repeating the same story over and over again.
Right.
I don't know more we can say than test it. If she's actually using you, there'll be nothing there, and off you go. And if you don't want to leave because you can't, because you're afraid to be alone or you don't want to be lonely, whatever it might be, well, then don't. But we can't go round and round about this.
No, totally. So you're saying just don't offer her money, and if she freaks out, then I know the answer.
Well,
really
then, and if
But you already know the answer. I mean, you're saying yourself, you're being used.
Yeah, I feel like it. I do. And then, and then she always claims that there's just a lot more to the story. It's just, and I do. I feel used, but I don't know what to do, how to prove it. That's the problem I have, and
we just told you how.
Right. So no, thank you for the advice. So my friends tell me that she's been using me, and I don't know why I just keep hanging on.
That's something you need to sit and think about and explore on your own. It sounds like you're afraid to be without her, or you're like the sex, whatever it might be. But really think long and hard about that.
Adam in Denver, what's up, buddy?
Hey guys, what's going on?
How you doing,
Adam?
Huge respect for you guys. Love what you do. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Adam. Thank you for calling.
You bet. I had a drug addict, best friend, buddy of mine, kind of a lifelong friend. He started using heroin and opium, smoking that. And, we were really close, and that kind of tore us apart. Basically, I just want to know how to kind of, he stole from me. He stole from his mother. It's just kind of ripped my trust away from him. How do I kind of move on and kind of, get communication going back with him after this?
All right, let me get this straight. You mean a drug addict lied and stole? I'm shocked.
Never heard of it.
I can't understand that.
Not even. Yeah.
So listen, if you're around a heroin addict, they're going to steal. That's the way it goes.
Right.
Okay, so he had heroin addiction. All right, lied and steal. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Is he still using?
He's not still using. This was about, he's been clean for probably a year now. I just can't get myself to talk to him after all the terrible stuff he did, and just kind of want to put it past me. I just don't know how to, forgive him.
He's a sick guy. I mean, hopefully he'll stay sober. Maybe in a few years he'll reach out to you.
Okay. He's tried. I just kind of keep shutting him down.
Yeah, but if you can separate his behavior from the addiction, and just, he wasn't doing anything that a drug addict wouldn't do.
Right.
It's not personal towards you.
That's the truth.
Yeah, he's just drug addict.
Yeah.
And if you can't, you still don't want to be around him. I understand that. There's a lot of wreckage and carnage from this disease, and you may be part of it. You may even be doing a favor to him by not coming back in his life in terms of his sobriety. But
respect is gone for him,
Well, let's see if he puts a couple years sobriety under his belt. I think you ought to give him a chance.
Yeah,
if he does.
If he can pull his life together, he'll probably come around to you and make an amends. Say he's sorry.
Okay, that makes sense.
And by the way, you'll know he's really making a genuine amends if he's not saying so much sorry as how to make things right. Because a real amends about cleaning up the addict, making him clean up his side of the street. Whether it's going to jail for something bad you did, or paying back a debt, or getting the things returned to you that you feel so violent, or whatever it is, he's got to make it right. Okay. And if he comes at you that way, then you got somebody who's serious about their recovery.
Okay, that makes sense. Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Good luck, Adam. Thank you so much for the call. Anderson, hit my theme music, and don't be a biz-adge.
It's time now for Open Mic.
Oh, it is so on.
That magical moment during every LoveLine show where Mike Catherwood gives you some real-life relationship advice.
Isn't he wonderful?
Earlier today, a young lady was charged with killing her boyfriend in a jealous rage. Miss Jody Arias took the stand, and she gave a rather sobering account of what a non-idyllic childhood she had, a lot of abuse, and one wonders whether or not she's telling the truth. And Dr. Drew kind of detailed this on his HLN show earlier today. I'm sure he's going to do it much more eloquently than I'm capable of doing. But my point is, in getting into Miss Jody Arias, which everybody seems to be captivated by, she's describing how she was abused and how she had this ritualistic kind of disciplinary activity in her household and how it affected her later on in life. And although it is incredibly sad that people are abused and that people go through trauma, more of us than not deal with some form of trauma in our life. And speaking from the perspective of a drug addict, of an alcoholic, you cannot be held responsible for that type of trauma. You cannot be held responsible for that abuse. What you can be held responsible for is the way you deal with it. And you are not a eternally defective person because you were somehow subjected to abuse or a dysfunctional behavior at a young age. You are then responsible for making sure you deal with it in the proper fashion. I far too often hear, especially when it comes to people like addicts and alcoholics, where they kind of live in the past. And although it is, like I said, very, very harsh and it's unfair that people have to go through these things, you are only responsible for how you deal with it. So understand that although it sucks, it doesn't make you a broken person for good. And there are plenty of ways that you can pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Having a tough time tonight. TC. Bootstraps and get yourself together. And that is the Open Forum this evening, brought to you by Mass Sexual Flavors. TC Conroy is the TC I'm talking to. She is our special guest co-host this evening. She is a life coach. She coaches you in life. By the way, 12 to 1 p.m. on that there Twitter, that's Pacific Coast time. We're talking about TC's little action every Tuesday, 12 to 1 p.m. on Twitter. She does a little laser coaching.
Ask TC. Hashtag Ask TC.
Right there. Hashtag ask God damn.
I know. I'm a tongue twister.
Hashtag Ask TC. And then her Twitter handle is @TC Conroy. And that's 12 to 1 p.m. PST every Tuesday. And her website, westcoastcoaching.com. 1-800-LOVE-191. A very interesting question straight ahead about being single your entire life. That's next on LoveLine.
LoveLine. Dr. Drew is the best. LoveLine will return right after these words of wisdom.
Trouble, move away. I have seen your face, and it's too much for me today.
Hello. Hello. It's LoveLine. Yes, it is. 1-800-LOVE-191. Jeremy, hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I hear you spoke in class today.
Is that your George Takei imitation, Mike?
I've been hearing that one since the mid-'90s.
Yeah, you're the perfect age to hear that kind of stuff.
Hey, you guys provide a great service to the community, and I really value your opinion, which is why I want to ask, do you guys think that it's possible to be single your whole life and to truly be happy?
And by single, what do you mean?
Just by, I don't know, for me, my vision of happiness would be having a new girlfriend every 2 years and then just kind of moving on.
So
He's just leasing.
Yeah. So you're not going to be the Unabomber, but you're going to be someone who just dates forever. Somebody new. Are you dating only younger girls as you get older, or are you dating people your own age?
I usually date about 5 years younger. Is about the
So when you're 75, you'll be dating 70-year-olds on your rotation schedule, yeah?
Well, it depends on how rich I am, I guess. But the thing that really gets me is that being intimate for like 50 years with the same woman, I find a terrifying prospect.
What's the name of the guy in Fountainhead? Just gets rid of women every 3 years.
I don't know.
Okay.
I was thinking Bill Maher.
But Jeremy,
Peter Keating.
I will just tell you it is possible. It's maybe not for everybody. Maybe it's not for you. Maybe on the other hand, maybe your expectations are overinflated. Maybe I don't know.
Jeremy. But part of your question was, can you be single your whole life and be happy? Are you happy now?
Yeah, and basically I've moved in with my past 5 girlfriends, and it always seems to have ended terribly, but I'm happiest when I'm kind of left alone and I can do my own thing, and I'm in the early stages of a relationship with a girl. But I feel, I know my whole family's kind of like pushing me in that direction to get married, and I just feel like I'm a square peg trying to fit into a round hole.
Are you honest with each of these women that you have no intentions of getting married to anybody?
Well, you can't do that, otherwise you'll scare women away.
So you manipulated, distort, and okay, just saying.
A little bit. I wouldn't say it's that bad, but yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it's that bad.
But you could make your parents happy and get married and divorced.
But you hang women up for a couple years. You hang them up.
I'm sorry, I have this idea that you should only get married once. You shouldn't be a serial marriage person.
I'm with you, but I don't think it's fair to these women to hang them up for a couple years when they're in their sort of prime courtship years.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, and you're right, and this is why it ends terribly. It always ends with a "you've wasted my time" conversation is usually how it always ends at the end of the day. But
I don't think you can live a happy life being dishonest like that.
Yeah.
That's the part that I have a problem with. Maybe you should date people a lot younger or a lot older, or people who've been divorced, or people who are of like mind, or go to Ashley Madison or something crazy. I don't know what you do.
Or just get honest. Like, just get honest and be happy.
He's right. They won't hang with him the way he wants them to hang.
Yeah, but he can hang
with
with different chicks that just want to hang. You know,
it's going to limit his pool. Well, but you are going to be spiritually bankrupt if you continue to manipulate like this.
You're probably right, but I just kind of, maybe I need to meet the right people, but I feel like
he doesn't. Jeremy, what I'm hearing is that you don't really mind being spiritually bankrupt as long as you can drop loads.
My idea of a great relationship is just meeting a girl, traveling around the world, having a great time, and then, once it gets old and dead, moving on.
Yeah, but I think that there are girls who are down for just hanging out and having a good time. I understand what you're saying, Dr. Drew, that, it will limit his pool, but you can find girls that just want to hang out with and have a good time. Like, it's possible.
Probably a lot younger than him.
Here's the deal, Jeremy. What I think is the problem here is that you're doing way too much over-investigation and micromanaging of your feelings and emotions. Try to surround yourself with people that make you feel good about yourself and that you make feel good about themselves. Try to surround yourself, get engaged into relationships with women that make you want to be a better man. And you don't have to really put any limitations on it. Like you're 33.
What do you do for a living?
Well, right now I work at Paramount. Basically, I do screenwriting and script analysis, things like that.
Right now?
He wants to be a director.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm trying to make that one eventually happen, but it's
TC, good.
Yeah, no, he wants to
everybody starts with
he wants
right
to be
now.
a director, and then he can get the yacht, and then he can get all the bitches he wants.
Whenever somebody starts with "roll right now," you know they're not doing anything, and they're not doing what they intend to be doing.
Yeah.
All right,
well,
so
you know the industry. It's a long process, probably better than I do. So it takes time, you know.
You better stay single, dude.
Yeah, and it's just I really don't see myself ever desiring children, but it makes me feel like I'm a bad person when I say that.
You're not a bad person, except that you are knowingly manipulating people, and that's not good. And then you're using women like Kleenex. It's like, well, if I can go travel with them, and then when they get old and worn out, that's literally what he said.
Yeah, just
when they're old and worn out a year later.
Just be a racy bachelor. Like, just be what you want to be.
That's what he's being.
Well, no, he's not, because he's not really owning it. Like, if you really own it, all these girls will flock to you.
No, he's not that guy, though. He's not that guy. He's the nice guy who can get those girls, and he exploits them, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Jessica.
Or do you think you could turn him into that guy?
Oh, no, I don't
No.
think I could turn him into
Okay.
that guy.
I thought coaching maybe
I'm just
bring-
saying live your truth,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah,
like-
well, it's a better way to live, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I could turn him into that guy.
Go, Mike. Go.
I'd blow him.
Yeah, I would say, but you okay? Yeah.
I'd blow him,
But
and then
think of
he'd want to
YouTube
be with me.
touring the world.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be his little
Yeah,
cabana
that'd
boy.
be hot.
That'd
He
be
gets
hot.
the yacht. I'm his cabana boy. I do nothing
fantastic.
but lift weights and tan.
And then he can write a movie about it.
And then he'd be like, "Yeah, oh, I've just finished my new script." And then I go, Jessica, hello. Thank you for calling LoveLine.
Hi, I have a question for TC, and it's similar to the girl earlier who was the dance student. And I was on a crowded subway once, and a man was pressing himself up against me, and I'm curious what TC would say about. I completely froze up, just like the girl earlier, and I knew I should be doing something to stop it. And how do you tap into that? I know it's some kind of fear, but how do you turn that around in the moment?
And by the way, frauderism is different than somebody assaulting you.
He was pressing his genitals against me.
I understand. It's different than you move away.
No, it was like a crowded rush hour train, so you can't move away. But I should have said something.
But has it? I mean, is this something that repeats itself in your life? Is it something that comes up again and again for you?
No, but then when I walked away, when I was done on the train ride, I wondered, why did I freeze up? I know I'm stronger than that. How could I have turned it around in the moment? Because I knew that it was, just like her, where she didn't do anything to stop it. How do you make yourself, it in the moment that you're supposed to be stopping it, but instead...
Did you have some abuse growing up where your freeze response was sort of wired into you?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, well, there you go. And by the way, again, you didn't experience, I'm not saying what the guy did is right to you, but what you didn't experience what that other girl experienced. She was she was attacked. You should have moved away. I've been in many crowded subways. You can move away.
No, but my question is not me being similar to the girl earlier. It's the freezing up.
Okay, that's your trauma. You cannot. Freeze response is a.
But what is the treatment for it?
Well, the problem is that just listen.
How do you turn it around in the moment?
You can't, Jessica. Stop it. You have to get trauma treatment. It's literally from two nuclei in your brainstem, which are the origins of your vagus nerve. It's called the dorsal motor complex and the nucleus ambiguus. And when you've had trauma, one part doesn't get developed normally. There's diminished integration of synaptogenesis in region of your brains, and you become dependent on this one system, which triggers freeze in response to minor trauma, and certainly in response to major trauma as well. So you need to go have your trauma treated. Okay, you need trauma therapy. Got it?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I've got it.
All right.
Thank you. All right, tomorrow night we want to know, are you self-conscious of your genitalia? And this is not, relegated to men. A lot of women are, and we want to hear about it during the open forum. That's the open forum topic, if you are self-conscious of your genitalia.
That's so much more exciting than the Super Bowl.
That's right. TC Conroy was great tonight. You'll be joining us again tomorrow, right?
Yes, looking forward to it.
Nice.
Fantastic. Remember, in this crazy mix-up world that makes you think that nobody cares, we do. Be good, people.
This has been LoveLine. The opinions expressed on LoveLine are not necessarily those of the staff, management,